Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist, 25 years as a professional artist working for Marvel, DC, Transformers, film, movies, video games, 12 years on YouTube. And thank you for joining me on the Marvel Style Morning Show. Good morning to all of you. It is 5:34 in the morning. I get another late start. I was up pretty much a lot earlier. But I was just taking care of a few things before we got started today. What you are seeing on screen right now is what we did yesterday. Thank you for joining in on the Marvel Rivals stream yesterday. So, we did a bunch of Marvel stuff. I was thinking today, why don't we do some DC stuff? You guys know that I like to do some retro. I love doing retro properties, things that I remember growing up. And I thought today would be a lot of fun if we do a piece that's actually going to be near and dear to my heart. We are going to be drawing the Super Friends today. We're going to be drawing the Super Friends, and I will explain what the Super Friends is to some of you who are younger. In that sense, younger, wherever you are watching in the world right now, whatever platform you are watching on. I'm currently live on. Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube, of course. And I'm hearing myself. I'm hearing myself in my ear. What else am I on? I'm on live on X as well. So we're gonna get started. But before I do that, I'm gonna put this artwork in the plastic. You gotta protect the artwork, my friends. Protect the artwork. I have a couple pieces actually here. You haven't seen, and then this is the one we did the previous day. This is Space Ghost, which is going to be a part of my Hanna-Barbera tribute piece. And this will be a part of my Marvel Rivals full piece as well. So we're going to do a whole bunch of these pieces that are separated, that hopefully work as a single image, but then later on they will connect to make a much bigger, more substantial piece at the end of the day, including this Super Friends piece. We are going to do a bunch of Super Friends pieces where we're going to do 3-4 characters, and then we will actually put them together later on. So, hello everyone in the chat here. Hello Thomas Art. Hello Yves. How you doing? P. Garza, good to see you. Carl Knuckle Sandwich, the regular Knuckle Sandwich. Good to see you, my friend. I am getting that extra print for you, by the way, my friend. And again, hopefully that your commission will be out in the mail, hopefully tomorrow. But I will keep you updated, my friend. Timon just got out of the gym. Strengthened, ready to go. But before we go do anything, we're going to take these pieces. We're going to put them in the plastic before we start the new one, because we got to protect them. Yeah, to be honest, we should do this at the end of the stream. So just to show you some of the work that we've done over the past month. We had quite the busy, quite the busy month of. Can you believe we did all of this in January, guys? All of this. All of this we did in January. So, a lot of work. And right now I'm going to go ahead and put the Space Ghost piece in here. So that is good to go. And of course we're going to put the Marvel Rivals piece in here. So there we go. And now we're going to get started. Whoops. Here you go. Okay, so let's put the portfolio away and let's get started, guys. You guys get excited to get ready. So we are going to be doing 4 characters today. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you look up Super Friends, a little bit different than the Justice League. It is the Justice League, but you get your classic Superman, as you can see up here up top, your classic Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, and all of them. They also have some extra characters as well. And, you got El Dorado, okay, and then you have Black Vulcan, and a few characters that are a little bit more obscure, and I'm going to draw them as well. Also, I'm excited to draw the Wonder Twins, depending on which version of the Super Friends. I think it'll be fun to include this piece. So each piece I'm going to do is going to be 3-4 characters. That's what we're looking at. So we'll do one of the big 3 per piece. So we'll probably start with Superman. So in this particular stream here, I'm thinking about drawing Superman, I'm thinking about adding Hawkman, and this is where I'm in my mind. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm thinking maybe Green Lantern, and then probably one of the newer characters as well. So that's what I'm thinking here. Let me just see this. Characters. You got to forgive me because I keep forgetting the names. Maybe the Apache Chief, I'm thinking. Maybe the Apache Chief, but we'll see, okay? But first things first, we're going to draw Superman right in the middle here, okay? And again, guys, I understand there's going to be a bunch of you going, J. James, these are DC characters. Why are you calling this Marvel style? Because I can. Because I can. All right, so. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Thomas wants Justice League Scooby-Doo style. And by the way, we will be probably drawing Scooby-Doo a little bit later this week to add to our Hanna-Barbera piece. So, let me just pull up some reference here. Where's my reference? Okay. All right. Part of me wants to do, part of me wants to do the Dutch tilt. Have you guys ever heard of that? The Dutch tilt. So you take this and you kind of tilt it over to the side. So I might try that. I might try that. Maybe I'll try that for this one. So we're going to start with Superman here. And again, Superman, my Achilles heel, as we say, guys. I have maybe that's a story I could tell today. Why don't we do that story today? How I can't draw Superman. So for those of you who regularly see my channel before, I have talked a lot about my comics career. So I will talk about my DC Comics career. The very first book I've worked in DC Comics was Wonder Woman. That was the first. No, I take that back. The very first book I worked on was a title called Tokyo Storm Warning. But let's do something a little bit more. Superman specific, since I'm drawing Superman here. As I'm trying to figure out already how I want the Superman to look. Okay, and then I want maybe Hawkman up here. I just want to make sure there's room for all the characters because, again, guys, we're going to add on characters here. And I want to make sure they all fit. So when at the end of the day, it's going to turn like this. So we call this the Dutch tilt, where it's turned. So actually, before I tell that story, why don't I finish laying this out first? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So I'm trying to think. Yeah. Or, I could do. I could draw it regularly and then tilt it in the computer. We could do that. Mr. Cheat. Okay, I might do that, guys. I might do that. Just make my life a little bit easier. We were going to do the Dutch tilt, but then I said, I'll just draw it regular. I can always tilt it in Photoshop, We can do a slight. Well, the reason is I want to make sure all the characters are in here. That's the issue I'm having right now. So let's start it off with the Regal Superman pose. And we need to make sure that everybody fits in the paper, guys. Again, if I was laying this out on a smaller piece of paper, and then we would trace it onto the board. The advantage to doing that is, for sure, I'll be able to get everything inside the board and not have to worry about the layout part. So our hope is to get 4 characters done, maybe 5. But that is a hope. It is 5:45 in the morning right now. And I should put a timer on this. Like you guys know, the timer really helps me in terms of making sure I finish at an efficient manner. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe something like that for Superman. Just something very generic and simple. Superman, that's right, Art Machine. We're doing Superman. We're doing, I'm thinking Green Lantern. So Green Lantern, we need to make sure that we have the ring going on here. Something like that. But I will tell you guys my Superman story in a bit. I just realized maybe it's better off. I'm better off. I realize I'm better off laying this out first. Okay, so but again, guys, the hope is to finish this within 2 hours. So which Superman are we doing? We are doing the Super Friends version. So for those of you joining in, we are be drawing the Super Friends, or at least my version of the Super Friends, as we go about doing this. Okay. All right. Hi, Lay. How you doing? Curber says, I can imagine a piece of all Rock characters. There you go, like the Thing, Concrete, Rock Biter, and the Rock. You know who I might add here? I might add Robin here. I might add Robin. You might think I add Robin in the Batman piece, but so you know Batman's gonna be on this side here. Batman's gonna be on this side here. So we got Robin there, and then we have, we're going to do Hawkman. And I'm just going ahead and roughing this out. So Hawkman will be in the back. The hardest part is the wings, trying to figure out how we're going to do with the wings. Now, looking at this right now, the only issue is I don't like the negative space that's here. We got a ton of negative space here. So it makes me want to put put him on the other side here. So maybe I'll do that. So, have I ever worked with the comic artist Mike S. Miller? I have not, Knuckle Sandwich, though I am a fan of his work. He looks awesome. Echo wants me to do a Scott Pilgrim piece. Maybe. Maybe. So. Maybe something like this. And then I could, I could do is I could have El Gigante, or I'm thinking of wrestling here. That's why I'm thinking of wrestling. My apologies, guys. What was his name again? His name is. Just give me 1 second here, my friends. Sorry. So this is a character named the Apache Chief. So he's like a big character, so he'd be like really big in the back there. So there you go. Lay says, "What's up with the brace?" Well, I'll tell you what's up with the brace. I do have carpal tunnel in this hand as well, my friend. Not fun. Not fun, but I do have it in this hand as well, unfortunately. So, not as severe as the other hand, but I do have it. So, it has been flaring up a little bit. I am hoping I can avoid surgery for the other hand. But, if I do have the surgery, it's not going to be the end of the world. That's not going to put me out of commission because it's not my drawing hand. So, even if I did have surgery on this hand, it's going to hurt. I can't do things like hold this paper. But, yeah, that's not bad. Make Robin a little bit taller. Make Robin a little bit taller, guys. No, I think Robin's a good size. Robin's a good size here. So you got Superman. We're doing Superman, Green Lantern, Robin, Apache Chief, and Hawkman. That's what we're going to be doing. PJ! My good buddy PJ's here in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Would be keen to get you on the podcast. Are you new? I'd love to be on your podcast, my friend. Message me, my friend. Message me, my friend. We'll work it out. PJ again, one of the OGs, has been here since day one. I remember one thing that PJ did for me. And again, not just PJ, but everyone at the time when I finished the Star Wars piece, PJ put together this amazing video. Thank you video, congratulations video. With everyone in the community saying congratulations to me, which was amazing. Something I'll never forget, my brother. Never forget. And even got Jazzed up here in the video as well. Fantastic stuff, my friend. Thank you so much, again, my friend. I'll never forget it. That was how many years ago now, my friend? That was 2016, so almost 10 years ago. But yeah. Does I hope your hand gets better soon. Well, again, I had this for a while. Even in this hand, I've had it for a while. I was actually supposed to get it checked tomorrow, but I have some things to do. And again, wasn't as bothering me as much as this was. This hand, like literal fire. That's what it felt like, guys. Literally, felt like it was on fire. This hand. Now my hand feels better than it. It's never felt this good. My hand. It's like good as new. So again, a testament to the doctor that worked on it. Thank you so much for your help. We'll turn Hawkman's body here just a little bit. What time is it, guys? Okay, so at 6 o'clock, we're going to go for it, okay? 6 o'clock, we're going to go for the inks, and then I will... we're going to go for the inks, and then... okay, and then I will get into my story, my friends. Gonna get into my story. Lunchbox Superhero says, how do you come up with these scenes that you draw? I just do it. It's one of those things like in your mind. And again, that's years of experience. Now, in my mind, maybe I'm remembering some things I've seen in the past. I don't know. But in my mind, I'm just like, okay, this would look good here. This would look good there. Again, if I were to lay this out on a smaller piece of paper, again, usually if you take a letter-sized paper and fold it in half, that's roughly the dimensions of an 11 by 17 piece of paper. So back in the day, we would do that, and then we would take a photocopier, a good old-fashioned photocopier, blow it up, and then trace it onto the board. That's how we did things back then. Nowadays, we got computers now, so you don't necessarily have to do that. So making sure I like the proportions. And again, that's one good thing about doing this live with you guys. I could look at the screen because I could see the overhead camera and see. Because again, I'm working on an angle, which doesn't help because it kind of distorts things a bit. And again, guys, this will be a part of a bigger piece. I'm going to add 2 more pieces on the side. We are going to add the other Super Friends as well. But I wanted to make sure I'm going to add 1 or 2 newer characters in each one. So in this one, of course, it's the Apache Chief. That's who we are adding here. So again, guys, this is based off of the cartoon Super Friends. Okay, so this isn't your regular Justice League. Based off the cartoon Super Friends. So that's what we are going for today. All right. So. Yep. Laying it out in the beginning. Let's see. Laying it out in the beginning seems to take less time in the end, for sure. Yeah. Because once this is laid out, guys, and then that's why I could go ahead and talk and give you guys we'll call it the podcast portion of my show here, where I go ahead and talk about my life experiences. And I think talking about my first foray into the Justice League, and the fact I can't draw Superman. Because actually, that all relates. Actually, that all relates. So maybe I'll tell that story. Okay, I'll tell this story specifically about Superman and the Justice League. My experience drawing them professionally. I have drawn Justice League and Superman professionally, and I will tell you guys all about that as soon as I'm happy with the layout here. The head looks big to me. What do you think, guys? The head looks big. Okay. Do I prefer Black Vulcan or Black Lightning? Of course, I like, you know, of course I like Black Lightning, but you know, in the Super Friends, he's Black Vulcan, so that's who we're drawing because this is a Superman tribute piece or Super Friends tribute piece, you know. So. But again, this is one of the cartoons that got me to draw. So that's why I wanted to really, you know, give this a go today. Be careful how you draw Superman in it, and I'll tell you why in a second. The Glaive says that looks great. Thank you so much. Wonder Dog, maybe not in this piece, Thomas. Maybe in the one that's putting it together. PJ says, "What a time, man! Seriously, you and Joe and Joss, yeah, Joss, meaning Jazza, plays a huge part in your life. Can't believe how long ago. Yeah, a long time ago, man. Time flies. Time flies, my friend." Good morning, Sean, watching on Facebook. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Derek says, "Put the Apache Chief in the back," which I did. So that's why he's big here, and that's why you'll actually see the wings in front of this guy, so we'll kind of help push him back. Actually, you know, at the end of all this, I might actually put the Hall of Justice in here as well. Okay, I think we're good, guys. What do you think? What do you think? It's okay. I would like the Superman face to be just a little bit better. I think it could go a little bit better. Richard says, "So dope, Super Friends." Thank you, my friend. We're the Super Friends. All of you guys, you're all my Super Friends. All of you. So because we're doing Super Friends, I want to give Superman the super hair. So this is going to be a series of videos that we're going to be doing for Super Friends, guys. So we're doing 3 or 4 streams of doing the main hero Super Friends. And then we're going to do 3 or 4 streams where we're going to be doing the Legion of Doom. I really want to do a Legion of Doom piece. I think that will be a lot of fun if we did a Legion of Doom piece later on. So I'm trying to make the hair similar to the cartoon. Here, guys, that's what I'm trying to do here. He's got a bigger chin in the cartoon. I'm stressing a little bit more about the Superman face, and I'll tell you guys why in a bit, okay? And I'll definitely tell you guys why in a bit. See, right now I don't like it. I don't like his face, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe this is trauma. This is why I'm past trauma. I will explain in a bit. For those of you who watched, who have been a long-time watcher of my channel, you know what I'm getting at, because I have told this story many times before. But Superman has been my Achilles heel. Yeah, just keep it simple. Superman has been my Achilles heel, guys. As we say, the one that he always gives me trouble, Mr. Superman. You always give me trouble. He set that like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think that's all right. All right. Now, let's do one thing here, guys. Good morning, Weblight. Hey, Weblight, how you doing? Just watching on Instagram. Good to see you. Okay, so. Lay says next time you have to draw the Superverse, all the Supermen. I've done, I think you've seen that. If you look up, I have done a piece where I drew 81 Superman before. I'm not sure if you've seen that one, Lay. I'm actually thinking about updating that piece, actually. Because that piece, I never colored. That piece, I never colored it. And, of course, with the new Superman, the new David Cornsweet Superman, I did want to add him to the piece because he's not there. I have all the other, every other actor that played Superman on there, but I didn't add David Cornsweet, so. Because he wasn't cast at the time I did that piece. It's an older piece, so. My kryptonite. Yeah, Superman's my kryptonite. Yes. Okay, what do you guys think? What time is it now? Oh, it's 6 o'clock already. We have to move on. As much as I would love to keep working on this, it's 6 o'clock already. So 6 o'clock, 2 hours to draw 5 characters here. So let's go ahead and put the timer on. But I will spend a good, let's say 40 minutes. We'll do 40 minutes for Superman here, okay? 40 minutes. Again, the timer just helps me keep myself accountable. If I go over a little bit, not the biggest deal in the world. If I go over a little bit, I will, however, zoom in for those of you watching on, on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. Okay, so just give me a second here, guys. Just make sure I get the chat going here. Let's see here. Okay, so Weblight loves the poses. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Okay, let's get going, guys. Let's start the timer. And we are going to go ahead and get inking the Superman. So you guys want to hear the story about my Superman? While I ink up Superman here. So, one of my first jobs on a major title at DC, like the very first DC title I worked on was a title called Tokyo Storm Warning, which I did with a writer named Warren Ellis. But my second job at DC was doing a couple issues of Wonder Woman, and that was a huge opportunity because in this issue of Wonder Woman number 212, it featured the Justice League. The whole Justice League was in this particular issue. You know, and then again, looking back at it, I cringe a little bit because I see all this opportunity that was there that I didn't take advantage of. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. You can't go back in the past, especially that long ago. But in this issue, like the Wonder Woman was blindfolded, and then she was like training, like she was fighting the Justice League. Blindfolded. Okay, that so shows you how insane Wonder Woman is. She's able to fight them all off blindfolded. So they're kind of training her because she got blind. She was blinded by I think it was Medusa. I think that was the story, if I remember correctly. So the first good 10, 12 pages was Justice League pages. I got to draw the entire Justice League. In essence, it was also like an audition because I knew Eddie Baranja, who was the, I think that's how you say his name, the editor of Justice League at the time. He was watching. He was seeing if I would be able to handle the Justice League. And as you can tell, I didn't work on Justice League, so I failed miserably in that sense. There you go. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So I did my version of the Justice League. Now, I drew it in my style the best I could. I was very inspired by Alex Ross. You guys know how much of Alex Ross's inspiration. So I did things like I drew pupils in Batman's eyes because that's how Alex Ross did it. I'm like, Alex Ross did that. I could do that. So, you know, being nervous as I was, I, I took longer than I should have for these pages. Like, I believe, because I had the splash page. I think the second page was like a double splash page. And I asked for extra time. I said, you mind if I took a couple days to work on this? And he goes, okay, but it's got to look like a couple days work. I remember specifically the editor said that. And I won't mention the editor's name because I really like him. He's a good guy. I hadn't, you know, he gave me this opportunity. So, but I won't mention his name. But the issue came when I was drawing Superman, and they did not like the way I drew Superman's face. So they always went back to me like, James, can you go and redraw his face? You know, just make him look a little bit more Superman-like. Because there were quite a few shots of Superman's face. So that's what I did. I went back and I redrew it, and then they actually asked me to redraw it quite a few times, his faces on these pages, which I did. You know, to the point where at the end, they were, you know, they said, okay, that's it, because we had to get the issue out. Because their issue was, the face, the drawing quality was okay, but it didn't feel like Superman. So, I kept redrawing to the point where, like, just send in the issue, send your pages out. Back then, we would send our pages through FedEx. I mentioned before, the only person I really talked to in those days was the FedEx lady. The FedEx lady would come every Friday, and she's like, more work for you. I'm like, thank you. So that was all well and good until the issue came out. And when the issue came out, did I get annoyed at all? Of course you get annoyed a little bit. Of course you do. And you're like, oh, especially, you think you're doing okay. Well, it's a couple things. It's not just annoyance. It's also frustration that I couldn't get it right. They're saying these things for a reason. In my head, like, they're saying these things for a reason, okay? If it was good, if it was up to standard, they wouldn't be saying anything. So I wasn't mad at them at all for giving me feedback or asking me to redraw things because, they work with these characters. They know, they know what it should look and feel like. So I was frustrated, not with the company asking me to redo it. It was more because I couldn't get it. That's why I was a little bit more frustrated, okay? So just to emphasize that difference. So, when the issue came out, I was so excited. For it. And then when I looked at the issue, I realized that what they did was they got another artist to redraw my Superman faces. So if you look at those issues, those Superman faces, they were kind of redrawn. Now, I don't know if the inker did it. There's a good chance the inker could have, quote unquote, fixed it, or they asked the inker to go and fix those Superman pages. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it was probably him who fixed those faces. Quote unquote, fix those faces. But that was a little, as we say, blow to the ego. Blow to the ego. Where I couldn't draw something so much that DC felt they needed to get somebody else to redraw those faces. You know, actually, now thinking about it, a little epiphany here, it probably was the inker that did it. Probably was the inker. Because when I'm looking at it right now, it looked a lot like what the previous artist I was following did. So, and he inked the previous artist. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm thinking now, probably. It probably was him. So. So definitely a blow to the ego. And it didn't help. I was slow, didn't help. You know, I didn't think I blew my deadlines, but I did not get it out as timely as they wanted. So it was like a wasted opportunity. Let's just say that. I did get to work for DC again later on, like I did work on Birds of Prey later on, but at that time, you hope, the part of it's getting your foot in the door. It's another to stay in the game. And unfortunately, that didn't work out for me. So I didn't get a job right away. I was hoping to secure another gig right after my stint there, but it actually didn't happen because I messed up the opportunity. I did at the end of the day. But you learn from it, You learn from your mistakes. And that's another thing. Like I told you guys yesterday that I don't think my art has improved that much since that time. Like I'd say it improved a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's like night and day or these are dramatic, I can't believe it's a completely different artist. No, it's like I draw very similar to how I did back in those days. But if there's anything that has improved, it's my work ethic. It's, I think that's actually the number one thing I improved is my work ethic. I bet I could pull off an issue if I had the opportunity to draw again comics. I could pull it off in a much more timely manner now than I did back then. I'm a lot faster than I was back then. So stuff you live and learn. In that sense. Now, story's not done though. Story's not done. As much as that, what's called, was that experience for me. I did get a surprise many, many years later. Many, many years later in 2020, when before for Free Comic Book Day. You guys know with Free Comic Book Day, that's one day of the year, and they usually associate it with a movie that's coming out. Comic shops, they give away free comics, and comic companies, they make available issues of comics that comic companies can give away for free. And for some reason in 2020, they decided that the Free Comic Book Day issue would be my issue of Wonder Woman 212. I saw that advertised and I was flabbergasted. That issue came out in 2004, guys. 2004. How many hundreds of issues of Wonder Woman came out after that? Why on earth, out of all the issues of comics that they could have picked to be the Free Comic Book Day book. Why would they pick mine? Why would they pick? I was confused. Like, you know, the only thing I could think of was they saw my success on YouTube, and they thought, you know, it would be a good way to get people into comic book shops. That's the only thing I could think of. Why on earth they would pick that issue out of everyone for Free Comic Book Day? Well, maybe a couple reasons. Like, I believe the Wonder Woman movie was supposed to come out at that time. And thinking about it now, Medusa wasn't in that movie, right? It was Cheetah. It was Cheetah. So I wasn't angry. I was actually excited. I was actually excited to hear that was, you know, that was gonna be a Free Comic Book Day, and it was gonna work. If that was their plan, it was gonna work. I was gonna promote that thing on my channel for sure. Hey, DC, man, you can just call me, man. Just call me. I'm more than happy to help you. Yeah, I mean, was it the same plot? It wasn't the same plot as Wonder Woman 84 for sure. You know, like there was none of, you know, Maxwell Lord wasn't in my issues. Like Cheetah, what's her name? Cheetah. What's her name? The bad girl, the villain. Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. I'm having a brain fart. Like she's in there briefly. The issue briefly, but it's not about her. It's actually the 213 actually has more of that character than the issue I worked on. So, but unfortunately that year the world shut down. The world shut down, and you know, COVID happened, and they canceled Free Comic Book Day. So that never happened. It never happened that they put that book out. But you're right. That's the only reason I could see them wanting to pick that particular issue, you know. But that was a surprise. But you know, that issue was written by famed writer Greg Rucka. So it was collected a lot. It was collected a lot of trade paperbacks. And I believe even to this day, I still get some royalty checks from DC. Because if your stuff is collected into books or trade paperbacks, we get a little bit of a cut. Us artists, we get a little bit of cut still. So sometimes I would get like these little checks at the end of the year. It's like residuals, you know, for actors. Actors get residuals. One thing I love watching on TikTok is this actor. His name's Dante Bosco. For some of you guys, Dante is he's what's his name on Avatar? He's brain fart. What's the guy's name again? The guy with the scar. What's his name again? On Avatar. What's that character's name? The fire. What's his name again? Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. But he's also Rufio from Hook. It's Rufio. And one thing Rufio. What's Rufio's what's it called? Who does he voice in Avatar again? Help me out here, guys. Help me out. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Zuko. Thank you, Timon. Thank you. Thank you, Lay the Glaive. Zuko. There you go. Zuko, yes. He's Zuko. But that's one fun thing he does on his channel is he'll open his royalty checks. It's always a good time when someone opens money. And then he's like, okay, do I get a steak dinner or do I get Taco Bell? Sometimes the royalty checks would be like $1, something like that. $1. So. So yeah, that is my Superman story, guys. Now over the years, I did, I have drawn a lot of Superman on this channel before, trying to get better with everyone. I had the pleasure of going to like Warner Brothers Canada. They always contact me whenever there's a comic book related movie coming out. They always invite me to those screenings, those fan screenings. So that's again how I met the director of the Flash. And we'll see if he directs Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't think he's doing it anymore. But how I met the director of Blue Beetle. He loved my stuff. He was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy, that director. I liked him a lot. Yeah. So. Kate Had asks who's easier to work for, DC or Marvel. They're on par. They're very similar. I haven't had a problem with either one of them. Like everyone's very, very professional. Of course, they're the top two companies, right? So very professional, always paid on time. Never had to worry about where my paycheck was coming from. So, and I get where DC was coming from. Like this is an iconic character, right? So if anyone gave me the most trouble, it would be DC, for sure. But again, that's my fault, right? That's not DC's fault. That's my fault. I couldn't do the job. What a poor hand I drew there. Oh, that's a horrible hand. I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. But I inked it already. See if I can fix it. Get a little more body. Yeah, a little bit better. Okay, a little bit better. A little bit better. So I got 20 minutes left for the Superman here. So yeah, that is my Superman story, okay? So again, guys, it's one thing to get a job in comics. It's another to keep it. It's another to actually please the people you're working for. Because, you want to do the best job. You want them, they took a chance on you. Like they took a chance on me. Took a chance on me. Copyright. So, Caval98 says, hey man, I love all your work and I hope one day I could share some of my work with you. Awesome, my friend. Well, the best way to do that, Caval, is to join the Discord. We'll see if we have time to look at the Discord today, guys. We'll see. But I have a lot to draw right now, so we'll see if we have time. Okay, guys? And I gotta start these streams a bit earlier. Recently, I've been starting a bit late. I usually want to start at 5, but I've been starting late recently. I decided on doing the subject matter later, which is why you didn't see a poll up. Usually, I like to do a poll and have you guys decide what I'm going to draw the next day. By the way, guys, if you can, I drew the Marvel Rivals full color, fully edited video is out now. So if you get the chance, if you haven't seen it already, if you could check out that video. I was really happy with the way the piece turned out. Now, that particular piece, we are adding on to it. Okay, so I'm going to be adding more. I'm going to be adding more characters to that. It's going to end up being a full Marvel Rivals piece at the end of the day. So please do check that out if you get the chance. Okay, guys. So, What is your favorite Justice League character to draw? Well, I don't draw them that often. Like, of course, we did the ones when, we did a bunch for Inktober. We did a bunch for, what's it called? I've done a bunch on this channel, especially when the Zack Snyder Justice League came out. I would say that, let's just say the Henry Cavill Superman. Why don't we say that? Especially if I am able to get the likeness going, the likeness proper. So we got 17 minutes, guys. So we're gonna get to the detailing soon. I just want to get all these dark shadows in. I think this is my last fully working permaopaque marker. Okay, so let's get to the detailing of the Superman now. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to erase everything, just so I can see what's going on. Because I can't really see what's going on because of all the pencil marks. And how much time we got? We got 16 minutes. To go ahead and try to detail this up a little bit here, okay? So, let's see here. Lyle doesn't want to work in the industry, just some commissions here and there, right? Yeah, of course. Whatever makes you happy. Like, the industry isn't for everyone, I'll tell you that much. It isn't for everyone. And like I mentioned before, I think these days people really enter the industry. Well, here's the deal. You can't do comics if you don't love it. Because it's hard, man. It's brutal. Comics is brutal. It's, the amount of work you have to do to get everything done on time, it's hard, man. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not easy. But again, what it is, it's advertising for the conventions, because a good comic artist can make tens of thousands of dollars at a convention. Depending on your popularity, you can. So again, that's why I always say that a lot of the times, why do people still do comics is so they can make their real money at the conventions. But again, doing this for the money, it's hard because it's a very tough job. Or doing drawing comic books for a living. It's a tough job. Because this is pretty much all your time. All your time is just drawing, which is fine if that's if you enjoy doing it. You know what they say, you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's what they say. To an extent, that's true, to an extent. But the thing with comics is, it can get monotonous. And that's one thing, that's why I like, personally, this is why I like drawing on YouTube, is because I could draw whatever I want, One day I could feel like drawing this. One day I don't have to do. And the next day I don't feel like drawing. That's fine. I don't have to draw it the next day. You know? What's crack-a-lackin', Michael? What's crack-a-lackin'? Thomas will be 40 in a couple weeks. Well, remind me when it's your birthday, my friend. We'll sing a nice happy birthday for you. What's crack-a-lackin'? I like that. I like that term. Crack-a-lackin'. I can be using that all day. Hey, guys. What's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, so I mentioned we will be doing some commission streams. We should have done them last week, guys. I'm very behind. I am hoping to catch up this week, guys, because I have these commissions that need to be done. I have one that has to be out before the end of January, or at least has to be with this person for the end of January, so I got to get that out immediately. So I'll probably be doing that tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow at the very latest, Wednesday or Thursday at the very latest. And then I have another commission I'm really, really excited to do. It's of Storm. And that one's going to be special as well. So again, guys, if you want to join me in all these streams, make sure you hit the bell so you know when I'm on, okay? When I'm on stream. Got 11 minutes left. Just making sure that I get everything I want done on this particular piece here. Ask what's crack-a-lackin' to your chiropractor. Nice one. Oh, boy. I love going to the chiropractor, by the way. It's fun. I like a good crack-a-lackin' at the chiropractor. What's crack-a-lackin', my friends? What's crack-a-lackin'? My friends, what's crack-a-lackin'? Superman crack-a-lackin'? What's crack-a-lackin'? Hi, Benti. I got 9 minutes left for this Superman here, guys, but then we got to move on. Got a whole bunch to draw. But again, guys, it's one of those things where I always tell you, you know, the 80-20 rule. 80% or 20% of the drawing is worth 80% of the effectiveness of the drawing. So if this Superman looks okay, I could, you know, not do, or what's it called? Then even if the rest aren't as strong as the Superman, it's okay, because the Superman makes up for a lot of the bad, quote-unquote, bad drawings that will be here. that will be here. I'm already expecting it to be bad, guys. That's why. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's crack-a-lackin', guys? Is it Comic Artist's birthday? It was supposed to be yesterday. It was supposed to be yesterday. You know what, Comic Artist? I promised you we would do it. So we're going to do it. Is everybody ready? Also, because Comic Artist has been, again, one of those fans that's been here for quite a while. And I always appreciate your support, my friend. So for you, Comic Artist, on your birthday, even though it's a belated birthday, we will do that, my friend. Are you ready? You guys ready? For everyone, for my good friend, Comic Artist 101. Go follow Comic Artist 101, my friends. Because it's his birthday. You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's do it, my friends. Me. Hello, Crazy Rupee. Hello from India. Welcome, my friend. Website says cold is crack-a-lacking. There you go. Me. La 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 la. Me. Okay, you guys ready? All together now. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I changed it up a little bit today. From my friend Comic Artist 101. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Comic Artist 101 and the belated birthday because it was yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you. I think I woke up my dog. There you go. Happy birthday to my friend Comic Artist 101. Happy birthday, my friend. All the best to you, and to whoever you want, what you want to do in the future. All the best. Much love. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you had yourself a wonderful day yesterday. It was your birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, my friend. There you go. There you go. Happy birthday. All righty. Back to the music. There you go. I got 6 minutes left for this. For the Superman here. Man, this Superman's crack-a-lackin'. It's crack-a-lackin', my friends. Crack-a-lackin'. There you go. Happy birthday. By the way, Superbat just lost his cat. My condolences to you, my friend. That really sucks. Okay, but you do have your memories, but that of course it's really tough. So, my sincere condolences, my friend. Again, guys, I got myself a brand new dog myself. And pets, they're part of the family. They're definitely part of the family. The pets. So to lose your pet is, it's definitely losing part of your family. So, my condolences to you, my friend. Again, Superbat's one of those guys. Been here. I think you've been here pretty much every day this year. No, Superbat, no. All right. I think I saw something funny here. Where was it? So again, just to just change the mood a little bit. Okay. Echo says, "You do not ask Batman what's crack-a-lackin'." Because Bane sent Batman crack-a-lackin', didn't he? Okay, we got 3 minutes left of the Superman. Then I'm gonna move on. We have again. We are doing 5 characters. Why did I do 5 characters, guys? I have no idea. I could have done 3. I could have done 3, and it would have been fine. But I opted to do the 5 again on me. But again, always help. You know, it doesn't. It always helps to push yourself. You know, guys. So why not try? Why not try? Because I could have just done 3. But the only thing is, now these other characters won't get the same amount of love this Superman got here. He got all the love. Okay. With 2 minutes left, that's why I'm not even wasting any second here, guys. If I feel I can move on, I will. What's crack-a-lackin', dudes? I think I'm crack-a-lackin'. Something like that. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Let's try to get Robin out of the way here. We're going to draw Robin. And again, guys, like, there's always, like, oh, man, I wish... just a little bit more. Because at the end of the day, too, guys, like, all these little extra lines, like, I've added enough where no one's going to really care too much if I haven't put as much detail into, like, the hands and stuff like that. Like, nobody's going to care too much. There will be some. I won't say there won't be any, but there will be some. But they will notice if I have, like, an unfinished character on here. So I want to make sure at least every character looks finished here. So I don't like how I did the eyes, guys. I should have just left it. Okay. Okay, I'm moving on. I'll come back to the Super. I might fix his face a bit later. Let's do Robin quickly. Robin! Who's robbing me? Let's see here. Robin. Does Robin have a collar? I think he does, right? Robin has a collar. Okay. Robin has a collar. Okay, so for Robin, it is 6:48. Let's do 20 minutes for Robin, okay? 20 minutes for Robin. Let's go. 20 minutes for Robin. Now, the thing when you're drawing like young kids or younger people, the key is the detail in the face. That's the key. And let me just make sure that I have the right outfit for Robin. Something like that. You can have abs, though. Why not? Okay, let's go ahead and keep going. Robin is out of view. Okay, sorry, weblight. I'll move this over a little bit. Alexa, let's put the timer here. Let's put the timer there. Hello, Ilaria. Hi. Hey, James. Comic Con says, I haven't been watching you besides wrestling question, and you actually inspired me to start drawing. So, also, any tips to improve? Again, just like anything else, practice. Like the stuff you heard already, my friend. The more you draw, the better you get at it, but also the more you learn, the faster you'll get at it. Okay? Guys, there's tons of resources. Tons of resources online. Take advantage. Like you guys, back in my day, you couldn't just type into the computer drawing tutorial and see it, you know what I mean? So I will tell you what to study, though. Of course, study anatomy, study perspectives. Like there's a whole array of things to study. Now, if you want me to teach you a few things, I do have still quite a few tutorials online that you could check out. You just look out for the tutorials. Just put in box office artist tutorials on Google, and you should be able to find them. I got a whole bunch. If you want, that's a good place to start. But definitely, there's so many other outlets out there. Like, for example, like Proco, for example. Proco is a great one. So there's all these resources. So I would say take advantage of that, Because that's if you want to learn faster. Like, you could draw every single day for 12 hours, but if you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to learn as fast. Like we always say, that's the reason why people go to like keynote speeches and all that, right? And to be honest, why people go to school is it's not just the learning; it's learning from others' mistakes as well. And that's why me telling you guys these stories of my successes and my failures, I'm hoping that you're able to learn from them and not make the same mistakes that I did when trying to, be a part of any of these industries. Because there's a lot of mistakes to be had. Whenever you go see someone talk, a talk of a professional artist, or you're getting their years of their experience all boiled down into one. That's why getting books and getting courses and stuff, people develop these courses out of years of experience. So you do want to take advantage of that, because it's hopefully they'll tell you the mistakes they made, so you don't have to do the same thing. You won't have to make the same mistakes. Okay? But that's what I would say to improve. You learn from others. That's probably the fastest way to improve. But the only way to get better is also to practice yourself. It's one thing to listen. It's another to actually do. To do, people forget the to-do part of it, right? And that is definitely a huge part of the equation, is the doing. So as much you could listen to all of the tutorials you want till the cows come home, but unless you actually start drawing, you're not going to learn unless you actually do the actual drawing itself. So here's a tip for you. For those of you who want to be concept artists, but again, guys, the landscape is changing. The landscape is changing so much. right now. It's hard for me to say what the role of the concept art is going to be in the next 15 years. I don't know. If I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't know. There will always be some sort of concept artist to tweak things, but I could see the role being lessened. Because like I mentioned before, and I mentioned this yesterday, again, it seems like I harp on AI every single stream that we do. But I will say, let me say this, that the ones who are going to suffer the most with AI are the makers, okay? Are the tradespeople, you know what I mean? Like us who actually go draw. The ones who's going to thrive in the AI are the people with the ideas. They're the ones who are going to thrive because now they have a resource where once would have took like a lot of money to make it come to life. Now it's quote unquote free, you know. The idea people, they're going to benefit greatly from AI. Who's going to get the losing end, the short end of the stick, are those the tradespeople. Let's just say that. The people who actually do the art, like us, right? Those are the people who are going to suffer more. And I've seen it already. I've seen it. Especially in the visual effects industry, guys. Oh my gosh. So many jobs being lost because of AI. But, to be honest, that's been happening already. Like, technology changes every year, right? Even before AI became a huge thing, like me personally, I couldn't get back into film even if I wanted to, because I was behind. Like, the technology changes every year. So this is kind of like a technology change in that sense. So again, it is what it is. Let's just draw, guys, and have fun. Tethes says, does this guy respond to Twitch at all? Nah, you Twitchers. I do respond. I do respond. Your comments are showing up. If I'm able to catch it, I will respond to you. So thank you for watching on Twitch. I appreciate it. Everybody who's watching on Twitch, thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time. Appreciate it. How much time we got, by the way? We got 10 minutes left. Nork's Art says, Nork is amazing artist. You're an amazing artist? Well, I believe you. I believe you, my friend. Marvel Superman has deeper cuts, is more vascular, and never skips a leg day. There you go. True that. Let's see here. There's a comment on Instagram here from Nat Kitke. Says, how long you been live, sir? We've been live since a good hour and a half. What time did we start, guys? A little bit at 5:40, something like that. That's what time we started. It's about a good hour and a bit before. So we started a while ago. Okay, so just erase that. Let's go ahead and we're going to start detailing this guy up with 8 minutes to go. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Good to see you. Definitely improving, but not comic level. Say, comic artist says, I'm okay artist, improving, but not comic level. Not yet. Don't forget the word yet, my friend. Yet. Yet. But I am happy, guys, that I was able to get onto social media when I did. Because I don't think if I would have tried to start today, I would never get to this level, for sure. If I didn't, if I did, because there's just so many great artists out there right now, guys. Especially on Instagram, doing amazing things. Like in my mind, like how do you compete with these guys? You know. And the thing is, you don't. You compete with you. You know. You work on what makes you unique and what makes you better every single day. That's all you could do, really. You know, I can't control what others do with their social media. I can't. You know, I can only control what I do with my social media. What I can do is learn. If I see somebody succeeding, okay, what did they do? Can I do something similar, or can I draw inspiration from that? That's all you can do, you know. Because especially I see like these concept artists. Have you seen that guy that fixes artwork? That guy's awesome. You see that guy? He's like, oh, did I improve this drawing? That guy's awesome. So talk about a way to learn. And there's also this other girl, this other concept artist. I forgot her name, but she would improve drawings that are already phenomenal. Like she would take like these phenomenal drawings and then up it just a little bit, even just a little bit, and up it. It's pretty incredible stuff. Yes, but at the end of the day, guys, you know, it's like, yes, the art's there, but we go online, and the question is, what makes you you? What makes you unique? And all we can do is be ourselves, you know? And either people are going to resonate with it or they won't. And that's fine either way. That's fine. Okay, we're almost... Ew, I don't like what I did with the hand there. Ew. Ew! Ew! I want to change the Superman face. Can someone redraw my Superman face again? There you go. There you go. Oh, boy. Chance of doing Puss in Boots, Last Wish, or other Dreamworld properties like Shrek. These could make great murals. You do a fantastic job with it. Well, thank you, Paul. And that's a fantastic idea. I would love to do that for sure. Did Robin switch to being Superman sidekick? So I am doing a Super Friends piece. So this is only part one of the piece. So right beside Robin here will be Batman. Batman will be over here when I get to it. But that will be in the next stream, not in this stream here. So let's go ahead and we're going to add Green Lantern now. Again, let's go 20 minutes for Green Lantern. 21 minutes, why not? Okay, let's see this Green Lantern. What does he look like? Because I'm trying to get the hair similar to how they look like in Super Friends. They got like the 70s style hair, you know. Can I ask you guys, what hand is the ring on? Is it on the left hand or the right hand? Hi, Curly. Good morning. So the left hand or the right hand? Can someone tell me? Does anyone know? Is it the right hand or the left hand? Is it the right hand? Okay, so that it's not this hand, it's the other hand. This is the left hand. Let me just... It's the right hand. Okay. It is the right hand. So that kind of... Okay. I'm going to have to turn its body a bit more then. Okay, let me turn the body a bit more. Because it's hard to get everything... I need to get everything in paper. He's ambidextrous, so both. There you go. Right hand, but no one will notice left foot. I don't think it's left foot. I don't think it's left foot, Michael. Okay, we'll go right hand then. Okay, actually, that kind of helps me out that it's the right hand because then it should be a little easier to draw. Not that much easier, but a little bit. Trying to get this mask looking right. So the mask actually goes over the nose like that and up. So it goes around the nose. Okay, let's go ahead and ink this guy up here. Good morning, Jay. Good morning. Okay, so like that. So if you're wondering what's up with the mask, I'm trying to, again, guys, this is a tribute to the Super Friends cartoon. So not, not the DC Comics version per se. So I'm trying to mimic the hairstyles, like all that from the cartoon. Okay, so that's why the mask, if the mask looks a little off, that's what I'm trying to do here. And the hair, if the hair looks a little outdated, that's what I'm trying to do here, okay? So I'm trying to have it match those things. Let me hold on, guys. Let me get the music back here. There you go. Am I doing the Wonder Twins? Not in this stream. We'll be doing that on the other side. Paul says, what's up with Dave Fitch's art? The guy's an art god. What do you think about his work? Again, one of my friends, proud to call him a friend. I met through YouTube, but I've always been a fan of David Finch ever since he started working at Top Cow way back in the day. I just love his style. And again, guys, it's all about style. Some people are into this style, and you can see even how much I'm influenced by David Finch's work. It's all about style. It's all of if you're into that, that gritty, cross-hatching type style. But again, that's not for everybody. At the same time, though, right? I love it, but again, not everybody loves it. Some like a little bit more simpler style. Some like a more anime style, right? So, to each his own. But, Dave's been one of my heroes and an even better friend. So, kudos to Dave. There you go. I'm having trouble drawing hands today. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see here. Robin looks like Burt Ward Robin. There you go. Yeah. Well, that's the point. I want them to look like, again, how they look at the cartoon. And, of course, they were very influenced by, by the show. What time we got here, guys? We have 11 minutes left. But in terms of the overall time, it is 7:13 to draw a couple more characters. I think we're in okay shape, guys. We're in okay shape. Okay, let's go ahead and draw this symbol here. Maybe I'll use the 12. I need to do a collab with him. Well, he has been on my channel before. If you haven't seen that before, we did do an artist reacts video with him, and that was awesome. We had David Finch, we had my friend Andy Park, and we had my friend Anthony Francisco, and we were looking at old 90s art, which I actually love. You know what, guys? That might be a video idea. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That's a video idea right there. 90s funky 90s comic costumes. That's a video idea right there. I would love to do that, guys. I would love to do that. That's a great idea. Because we did this video where we were looking at old, in the 90s, they were trying to update all the characters and they just look weird, right? Or they were, I'll just say weird. They were for the time, at the time. Everything was armored. Like, you should see some of the Thor outfits that they had back then. That was pretty crazy. That's not a bad video idea. I think I would love that. I would love that. Yeah. Dave's still streaming. He still does his Monday Night Draws and doing fantastic. So his painting's amazing. Have you guys seen his paintings recently? I was mentioning yesterday he did this painted cover for Battle. I think it was called Battle Beast or something like that. Battle Beast from Invincible. Incredible work. Incredible. Guy's on another planet. That dude. Anyway, so how about Carrie Go Crazy says, how about 80s, 90s drawing? Well, the thing about the 90s costumes, it was just because it was at a time when Marvel was trying to compete with all the Image comic stuff. So they were just trying to update all their characters to make it look like that. Not just Marvel, like DC as well. There were some crazy DC ones too. I really want to do that, guys. I really, really, really want to do that. I really want to do that. Did I say I really want to do that? I really want to do that. All right. Okay, let me just add one more thing here, and then we're going to move on, guys. Again, I could just come back and add more to this a little bit later, depending on our time. We're at the, we see this in the visual effects industry. We're in the CBB mode, where it's like good enough. Like right now, Green Lantern's good enough, where if I left him as is, you know, could I do more? Yes. Wish I did more? Yes. But if that's all I do, that's all I do, right? So I'm okay with that. Let's get to Hawkman here. Hawkman's going to be a little more interesting because it's like, Hawkman's a little bit more interesting because I got the wings to worry about. It's not just Hawkman. And part of me doesn't want to do this hand anymore. I don't want to do that hand anymore. You know, again, yes, it's one of those things where looking at it, it's like... Because you know why? I want a Hall of Justice back here. I'm thinking about doing a Hall of Justice. Not in this particular stream, but later on when I combine all the drawings, I might add a Hall of Justice. So maybe we'll just do a generic... Maybe we could do the... What's this called again? Is this a mace? What's this called? This spiky ball here. What would you call that? Morningstar? The Glade just finished a Wonder Woman poster inspired by Legends. Love to see it. Posted on Artist Alley. Okay, for sure. If we don't get to it today, my friend, we will get to it in the next stream, okay? I don't think I've ever drawn Hawkman. I think this is my first time drawing Hawkman, guys. Oh, no, I take that back. I did draw him once. But I think I drew the CW version of him. There's Hawkman, Weblight. There you go. Now, like doing these streams, guys, it's an interesting exercise because, you know, to be honest, if I was going to do this as an actual comic cover, I'm going to take way more than 2.5 hours to do something like this, you know. But that's the time I'm allotted because that's all the time I have. Because a cover like this, if just say DC hired me to do a comic cover with, you know, with 5 characters on it, I'm spending a good 8 hours on this cover, easily. I could spend a good 8 hours on this cover, but I'm trying to condense it into, as you see here, we're trying to condense it into like 2.5 hours, you know? With 14 minutes left. Oh, Paul likes my inking. Thank you, my very friend. And thank you, Weblight. Thank you. Story time. Did you ever fall asleep or accidentally ruin a completed piece by accident? There have been times where, you know, I'd fall asleep and then the pen would go across like this. But not enough for me not to be able to fix it. If that's the case. So, yes, where I did ruin a page, but not enough where it wasn't salvageable, if that makes sense, okay? So, because sometimes too, like ink streaks too, there could be a chance where, you know, my hand goes across, and then you know, the ink kind of spreads across like that, right? So that has happened. Now I do have stories where, you know what my biggest nightmare? Can I tell you about my nightmare? Thomas Hart, the actor, played Hawkman on Legends of Tomorrow. Nice guy. Isn't that Jack Reacher? Wasn't Hawkman on Legend Tomorrow? Wasn't he Jack Reacher? So you're saying you met Jack Reacher? Is that what you're saying there, my friend? Let's see here. But I was saying my nightmare. Let me say that story real quick, because that's the worst. This is my worst nightmare I've ever had. Worst nightmare. I had a dream where I finished 2 pages. I finished 2 pages of work. And then I woke up. And the pages are not done. I'm like, I gotta draw this again? It's like, what? That's a nightmare, my friends. I drew it once in my mind. Now I gotta go ahead and draw it again. I've already exhausted myself drawing 2 pages of work. I wake up and nothing's done. I gotta draw them again. Worst nightmare ever. I'll tell you that. Worst nightmare. So, anyways, I hope you guys never get a nightmare like that. That sucks. Okay, let me just get the Hawkman symbol in here. Reacher guy was Aquaman on Smallville. Okay. Alan Richardson? He played Hawk and Titan. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, thank you, Valken Gale. Thank you. That's right. Hawk and Dove. Yes, you are right. Thank you. Thank you, Knuckle Sandwich. Who's Hawk and Dove from Titans. There you go. I messed up my Hawks. And I'm not getting to any more jokes other than that. Okay, so... and he was Aquaman on Smallville. That is correct. There you go. Paul's asking if my Dreamwave days I was good at Counter-Strike. No. I'm not much of a gamer, guys. Definitely not much of a gamer. So I couldn't hang with those guys in the office. So most of the times I just sat out, to be honest. Sat out and watched the internet for... Let me just try to do the symbol here. Got 8 minutes left, but then you know what? A lot of it will be trying to do these wings. These wings are a bit much. Don't forget Hawk from the Road Warriors. Oh yeah, what a rush! I love wrestling. Oh boy. What a rush. Okay, Michael, there you go. Ooh, what a rush. Speaking of which, you mentioned Hawk from the Legion of Doom. We are going to be drawing the Legion of Doom. It's just the wrestling version, okay? So when I'm done this piece, we are going to still do Super Friends, but we're going to be doing the Legion of Doom piece as well, which I'm actually pretty excited for. But man, now you say the 90s. I really want to do that piece now. I really want to do a 90s. 90s outfit piece. I really do. It's 7 minutes left. Man, out of time. I might have to go a little bit over. I could feel it. I might have to go a little bit over on this Hawkman. Okay, take care, Weblight. Thank you for joining in. Always a pleasure to have you on the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Six minutes left. I haven't even gotten to the wings yet. Got to do the wings. The wings shouldn't be too hard, I think. This is tough, guys. Again, 5 characters is tough. I shouldn't have won for 5. I should have just stuck at 4. If I stuck at 4, I'd be all right. We're doing 5 here. It's 32. Good morning, Wave Change. Good morning. Is drawing bad guys more exciting? Says Titan. It depends. Depends on for me, because it's more about, for me, the detailing. You guys know I love my details, right? So if they have parts to their outfit that I like to draw, then of course I'd love to draw them. I mean, very loose wings, guys, here, by the way. Okay, I got 3 minutes left. I'm actually going to take all the time to spruce up. Lex in the exosuit would be fun, almost the Hulkbuster vibe. Yeah, that's again. That's why I'm excited to do that. So it's not necessarily that's a bad guy. It's more because I'm excited to do those type of details, like the exosuit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on, guys. I'm gonna move on. So like, it's not bad. It's not bad, but we do have one last character to do here. And we are going to do him here. And this is the Apache Chief. We're going to do Apache Chief, and then that's it. We're going to call this a day. So we have, again, we're going to go 20 minutes for the Apache Chief. And then about 5 minutes, oops. So just move this over a little bit so we can see. With just a little bit more for my friends on Instagram. Can't really see what I'm drawing here. Let me do that. Michael says that's a great Hawkman. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, final one, guys. Final one. Anyone want to redraw my Superman face? Where's that inker that redrew my faces for me? Well, I gotta get that guy. There you go. Who's your favorite inker in the comic industry? From VimXL on Instagram. Again, I mentioned this, actually we were talking about this yesterday. Richard Friend. Probably, in terms of inking my stuff, Richard Friend probably has done my stuff the best. If you haven't seen it, he's only done a few pieces of mine, but he inked all my covers for Tokyo Storm Warning when I worked on that book with Warren Ellis. And but yeah, and we talked afterwards. Like he's a YouTuber himself, one of the more OG YouTubers out there. He's been doing it for a while. But I've worked with some of the greatest inkers in the world. I worked with Andrew Curry, who inks. I don't know if he still inks. Oh, probably not. But he inked Brian Hitch's stuff, and they thought my stuff was comparable to Brian Hitch. At the time, they were wrong. But at the time, they felt it was comparable to Brian Hitch, so they got Andrew Curry to ink my stuff. He was phenomenal. I had Robin Riggs ink my stuff, phenomenal. So I was the blessing of working with some phenomenal talent. So definitely can't complain. But in terms of guys I would love to work with, and again, guys, I ink my own stuff these days. So I don't tight pencil anymore. So when we say tight pencil, it's like pencil like it's a final. I don't do that anymore because I'm always going straight to ink. So you see how I pencil, guys. I'm very loose for the most part. I just need to know where everything is because I want to add the detail. I want to add the detail in the inks, so I don't have to draw it twice. I just need to know where everything is. But if I were to get another inker, a couple guys come to mind. Number one, Mr. Jimmy Reyes. So I always said it has to happen once. a collab between James Reyes and Jimmy Reyes. But also phenomenal inker. Like he inks a lot of David Finch's stuff. So incredible work. But also Mr. Danny Mickey. Danny Mickey can make anyone's artwork amazing. He's one of those guys, one of those inkers where it's insane what he does. So a lot of professionals want to work with Danny Mickey. I'd love to work with Danny, or at least have him ink one of my pieces one of these days. One of these, just to see. One of these days. Tokyo Storm Warning. That's right, Kevin. So yeah, check out that book if you haven't. That was one of my first work for DC, Tokyo Storm Warning. That's what it was called. You remember that book? Yeah, I drew that book. That was me. That was me, Kevin. There you go. Yeah, go check it out. Tokyo Storm Warning. I'm happy somebody remembered that book. Derek says Super has look fine to me. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're wrong, but I appreciate. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Highly appreciate it, my friends. All right, we are coming down to it, my friends. We are getting there. We are getting there. So not too bad. Not too bad. Gethin says, would love to see you draw the Sentry. Yeah, I've never drawn the Sentry. That would be a lot of fun. And especially with the Thunderbolts movie coming out, maybe I will draw the Sentry one of these days. Have I drawn the Sentry? I think I have. Have I? I'm trying to remember. I might have done it for this channel, but I don't remember. I might have. But either way. Good morning, Kyle. Says it looks like this looks like it's turned into a front cover for DC Comics for Super Friends. I appreciate that, man. That's a high compliment. I will take it. Thank you. As we are coming down to the closer to the, I always have a hard out at 8 o'clock, guys. Always have a hard out at 8. I have things to do in the morning. I am working today. I have a new way of, like this week I'm working on like readjusting my schedule, guys. So, and especially since I'm trying to get more of these, more elaborate pieces done. So again, guys, this is just part one of the Super Friends piece that we're going to be doing. We're going to do another piece with Batman and the Flash and all the other characters. Black Vulcan. And they will connect to this piece also. We're going to Photoshop that together a little bit later on. So I drew Hyperion. That's right. That is correct. See, thank you guys. I don't even know what I draw anymore. I draw so much. I don't know what I've drawn. Okay. Commission stream this evening. We'll see. If I have a chance, I will. I would actually say it's unlikely. Most likely it will be tomorrow, but I do have a commission that I need to get done like now, like right away. So be on the lookout, guys. So I will be doing some commission streams sooner than later, guys. So hit the bell if you guys want to be joining and that fun. A lot of commissions I'm getting is people asking me to draw their loved ones as superheroes. And the one I'm going to be doing is person wants to be a character from Harry Potter, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to really enjoy doing that one. So, see, I'm not sure. I want to make sure that they can see me on Instagram here as we finish off this last little bit here. And cover the hands like a pro. Don't need to draw the hands like a pro. That's experience, my friends. That's what we call experience. I don't need to draw no details. Just adding a few more little details here and there as we're finishing up this part of the drawing. So again, guys, this is part one. Part one of the drawing. One thing I did want to do, guys, is for these streams, definitely having multiple characters. I do want these pieces to work as if this was it. I didn't have any other adjacent pieces. They would still work as a piece, and I think this one is, yeah, pretty much is okay in terms of checking off that box, as we say. But again, the plan is to combine this with other pieces that I'm doing later on. So the next piece will feature Batman. It's going to go on this side here. This is my trauma, guys. That's why I'm still working on the Superman face here. Because you can overwork things, you know. You can do too much. Okay, gotta stop. Gotta stop. Gotta stop before I ruin them more. Something like that. Hi, Bryce. Good to see you. Cheap view. I think that's spam, man. I see spam. Can I get rid of that here? I can't. Yeah, whatever. And that's how the head turns into an ink blot. Pretty much. Pretty much. So anyway, guys, here it is. This is the final piece. Not final. This is part 1. Part 1 of 3, okay? Because we're going to add more Justice League characters here. I'm still working on the face. Whatever. Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate that. I'm going to do one pan for you guys on YouTube, and I will do one for Instagram. So here we go. This is how we're looking right now. The 5 characters we were able to get done. Forgive me on Instagram. I'll just show on Instagram quickly what we're doing here. So this is how it looks on Instagram. Right now, that's where we are. Corey says, looks awesome. Bryce says, where's Batman? He's going to be in the next stream, my friends, or the next one we do for Super Friends, okay? So we are doing multiple Super Friends streams, so this isn't the only one, guys. Don't worry. You know, where's Wonder Woman, where's Flash, where's all those other characters? We will get to them. Promise. We will get to them, and they will be added on to this. But my whole point was that this works as a standalone drawing as well, which I think it does. Yep. So we will go from there. Okay, guys? So that is it. That is the stream for today. Please do hit that like button. Thank you, Thomas RD85. Hit that like button. Share with all your friends. Subscribe. All of that fun stuff. Okay? Let me just move over Instagram so they can see the final there. Okay? And then watch out for part 2 and 3. We're going to add to this piece, but we will draw something different tomorrow. Okay? So we'll probably do one Super Friends stream per week, okay? So I could come back to this piece with fresh eyes as we add on more to this group shot that we are doing here, okay? So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you to Paul on Instagram, VimXL, How Did I Learn Anatomy, and How to Learn It from the Master. Again, study at school. That's all you can say. Thank you to everybody in the YouTubes. Michael, CageCat, Acedo, Derek, Comic Artist 101, happy birthday as well. Titan 413, Lay, Richard, Corey, good to see you. Valken Gale, good to see you. No, you're not. You're a bot. Get out of here, bot. Get out of here. Ruthie Vance, good to see you. Ty Jean, good to see you. Thank you guys for joining in. Kevin, good to see you. My friends, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for joining in on the stream today. You know what we do. Before we go, give me a high five right here. Give me a high five right here. Give me a high five right here. And whatever you are doing today, please do take care of yourselves and your family. Please do stay safe. Keep drawing. And my name is James. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves and your families. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye.